Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me at CGB, and today in the arena we're playing a historic brawl strategy I haven't given a ton of time to so far. Is it Storm Combo? You know, the kind of things where the turn goes forever and there's a lot of drawing and there's a lot of making of treasures and you're not really sure where it's all gonna go, but maybe at the end you die? I don't know. That's Is It Storm, and this doesn't need a paradox engine to be exciting or to be a combo deck. However, it does need its commander, Vadrik, Astral Archmage. This 1 blue and a red 1/2 from Midnight Hunt might have been forgotten all about, but not in Historic Brawl, because whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, this enters the battlefield, and instant sorcery spells cost X less, where X is power. Whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, put a +1/+1 counter on this. So basically, you get a cost reduction for the power of Vadrik. And Vadrik gets bigger whenever day becomes night or night becomes day. Now, there are some interesting ways to build this deck, and most of the versions you'll run into online will try to cast pump spells like Titan Strength or Reckless Charge, or just, you know, something that gives +X+O until end of turn. And that makes Vadrik's power really big and lets you cast really huge spells for really low numbers, and that sounds fun. The problem I have with that strategy is it's too reliant on the commander, because when I play against a commander like this, I usually don't lose because I just focus on never letting the commander do anything cool. And then the opponent has to pay too much for their spells, and their spells aren't worth what they have to pay for them, and we just drown them in whatever kind of win condition we want to because they don't get to keep their commander. I think that a cool way to build the deck, and possibly a better way to build the deck for the way that people play against it, is to have layers of reduction. I'm not all in on trying to make Vadrik make my spells cost 3 or 5 less. I'm into finding a lot of ways to reduce the cost of my spells, with Vadrik just being one of them. So we have Brawl Chief of Compliance in the deck, and we have Goblin Electromancer as 2 examples. Then we move further along and we get to cards like Goldspan Dragon, which double up on your treasure mana, and Stormkiln Artist, and we have a lot of ways to copy our spells and a lot of unexpected windfall type effects, so we can make a bunch of treasures so that we can get to a lot of mana in different ways. Then we also have layered win cons, cards that can just kind of win the game on their own based on the other cards in our deck. Cards like Lear, Disciple of the Drowned, and Niv Mizzet Perun that are just great in this deck even when we're not comboing. This makes the opponent respect the rest of our deck, and it lets us take lines like playing Vadrik, and if they kill Vadrik, great, not the total end of the world. And if they don't, we pop off that much easier and earlier. We do still have some ways to increase Vadrik's power that are very fun. Sudden Breakthrough is the kind of card that wouldn't make the cut in a lot of other versions of the deck, and Mephit's Enthusiasm is a must-have from Alchemy that does 4 damage to a creature or planeswalker, and any excess damage gets created into a boon that perpetually gets +X+O. So if you're able to boon your Vadrik up 2 or 3 points, that's probably the best way to bring this card out, because it keeps it, because it's a perpetual effect. So we're going to combo off, take a whole bunch of turns, make a whole bunch of treasures, and have a whole bunch of exciting times. Is it spell slinging on a nuclear level? That's right. Let's dive in. Let the Vadrik storm begin. And to all my combo gamers, you're cool. Matchmaker, tell me you hate me without telling you hate me. Mirror on the very, very first game. I don't think this is a keepable hand either. Too many 6-drops. This is better. Hopefully our Cold Steel Heart will survive. We also have March of Swirling Mist to protect our Vadrik and possibly phase theirs out to protect a combo turn. We got Search for Azcanta on turn 1. If I tap out here and they play their commander, I can play mine, and then I can march, I can exile Memory Lapse, I can phase theirs, possibly still have mine. Oh, I just have mine with Memory Lapse backup. Okay. But they will get the first crack at going off, but I'll have Memory Lapse, but they'll have cost reduction. It's interesting. Gale's Redirection. That is a really expensive counterspell, and they have a tapped land, so they don't get to play their commander, which means we get another turn. But they might have counter magic. They seem like a more traditional list, and we know they run expensive counter spells. They probably run the cheap ones too. So let's wait 1 turn. think twice is fine. I'm not positive that my build is absolutely amazing. And I'm kind of curious if somebody has a better build than me. I could take some notes. So let's see if they play anything where I'm like, oh yeah, that sparkles in this list. I mean, no plays? No plays. 4 mana. So if we do nothing, is Kanta flips and we lose to that. If we do something, is Kanta flips sooner, and if we lose the counter war, then we just lose. But we can go for a seize the spoils, I think. I mean, okay, they want to counter this. Let's fight, I guess. Okay, we know that they only have 1 counter spell and that they're going to redraw it. So we've got to be ready to battle through that. The good news is they'll probably keep that counter spell on top. Yeah. But they also have to keep 2 mana up for a very long time. They don't play their commander. So, what do we want to get countered? I think getting our commander countered is perfectly reasonable. I think we can also just defend it if we want to try with the intervention. We know they don't have another counter spell. Actually, just let that be. We'll get some of that commander card advantage and we'll try it again next turn. Now we could go for the artist here, but if they kill it, then we didn't really achieve anything. Whereas if we Thassa's intervention their commander, we might get a pretty clean turn coming up. I still only have 3 cards in graveyard. Rahilda? It's bizarre. I guess it works with some of the day-night stuff. They are very afraid to cast their commander. All right, I'll try again. Resolves, cool. Day night begins. Opponent probably has traditional removal spells as well. With both targets hitting the Vadrik, this is really good. You could have a negate. They have Test of Talents? Wow. It's a weird card to play in this deck. Weird card to play in any historic Brawl deck. Choice of Fortunes. They get to seek 2 cards. They get to switch them up. They are now at 7. They're clearly not even trying to play with their commander at all. They're just trying to win off Search for Kanta. Reasonable. But now they're solving the equation. Maybe they just get Lightning Bolt to try to fight my commander. They get Wash Away. Yeah, okay. Well, we've got some other ways to reduce the cost of our spells. We have this Electromancer and we have the Stormkiln Artist. If the opponent goes too big, these will be good. But they have plenty of mana here. Let's see if they have a traditional sweeper as well. They've had all the right cards so far. Experimental Overload. Create an XX thing and return a card from graveyard to hand. Well, they have counterspells and they have solve. This would make a really good target to copy. Let's see if they wash that away or not. Make them have it. Make them do it. They get an 8/8 and they get back maybe the wash away if they're afraid of my commander. Electrolyze. Okay, but they can't cast it yet. So we're going to have a pretty fun turn. I have to discard a card. Hate that. Feel like I should do this instead. This gets out of the Electrolyze range. Ooh, lots of cards. Things are starting to get exciting. One. All right. Blue, blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll make a treasure. So yeah, we'll just go to this 6. Sudden breakthrough, galvanic iteration, Brawl, chief of compliance. Don't think I've played a land yet, so the island looks very, very enticing. And the Brawl cost reduction is nice, but do I need it? I mean, it starts to make spells almost free, so maybe I do need it. I'll draw another land. If I play a Brawl here... Gotta hurry it up, though, if we're gonna have a big storm turn. Oh, I needed one more mana. I was planning to pillage that, my bad. But I guess this is pretty good. So let's grab a Scrutiny. If we can build up our X again, it'll be amazing. Ooh, Mind's Desire is right there. So is Alchemist Gambit. And maybe another turn is better. One more turn to win. I think I can do it in that case. But first... Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. All the turns. Although this is getting very exciting. Okay, they're going to leave. I think what I do there is I get Mind's Desire, because with the copied spells, as long as it doesn't exile all lands, we go absolutely bonkers. Maybe I'll even play the Alchemist Gambit first. Our opponent is on Domri, Anarch of Bolas, which is a very, very difficult matchup for us. They will probably have a few ways to fight or kill Vadrik, and we can't counter their spells. So we just have to go off very quickly, which is not something that the deck really wants to be pressured into. Impulse this turn. Could have played the island, but I'm always on the watch for drawing the Frostborn Snarl and not being able to play it untapped. It does mean we can't expansion, but I don't think the opponent will put a spell on the stack that we want to expansion. It's not that kind of opponent, but against like a Grixis opponent, you probably want to play Mana Confluence, really. All right, turn 2. Does the opponent put some pressure on the battlefield? Oh no, come on. How do they always have this on turn 2 when I play against red-green decks? Every time. 10 out of 10. All right. That couldn't have gone better for them. And what do we get? I mean, solve the equation? I kind of feel like I'm going to need the dragon, because I don't think my commander is going to live. I have this bad feeling. I think my commander is going to die. So I don't want to play Vadrik, because they'll just play Domri and fight it. And we're going to try to get them to not play their commander out of some kind of fear or respect. As additional, you may exile the top X. You may play up to 2 of those until your next turn. Let's see if we get anything good. I guess I'm casting Tezzeret's Gambit. Kind of a disaster. I'm worried if I don't draw an untapped land how bad this will be. But I don't think I just want to pay the 2 life. Oh, what if I offer this? And just have a bunch of treasures for the future? Okay. Oh, I had to use the... I had to put the stop down to do it, though. I forgot. You have to put the stop or enter full control to offer your own spell. The computer still doesn't see why that is a play you would ever want to make. Let's see if they can add to the board here, maybe with a haster. Nope. That's good for us. All right, Dragon. I'm relying on you. You're kind of my whole game plan in this game. But you can see why we don't build the deck in such a way to rely on the commander being around. Because if you rely on the commander too much in this deck, they just deal with it and your deck does nothing. But there's enough redundancy in mana creation between like Goldspan Dragon, Brawl, Goblin Electromancer. You can storm off without it. So here we go. We make this. This is going to be fun. Let's copy and kill your burning tree. Then let's also negate. Yeah? Thanks for trying to kill the dragon. The harpooner, is that enough? It is. Oh man, wow, they had 2 ways to kill the dragon, just ready to go. However, this card with my commander is very good. It's very, very good. And they're not going to stay around to see it. That's how good it is. So this will come down with 3 power, which means the same turn we play it, we can play the Time Warp, and then the next turn we can play Discover the Formula and Boon of the Wish Giver or the Magma Opus. So yeah, they're in for it. We go first. Our opponent is Tatyova. If we keep this hand, we have some good options on turn 3, like holding up Vision or going for our commander, so I'll keep it. This should be a pretty slow deck. Like, a really good hand for them is Ramp Tatyova, and if they do that against us, we'll get to drop our commander. We also might get to copy a ramp spell here with Expansion Explosion. Okay, they pass turn, so we get to hold up the Selendi Vision as our play. They have Growth Spiral. It's one of the better things they could have here. Nope, they cycle Desert of the Indomitable. Everybody say hi to Gix. Gix is waving at you. Wants all of your attention in the comments. Probably jealous of the amount of action that Jingitaxis gets on this channel. Opponent plays the Druid class. They could have Wash Away. They left open the blue mana. No response to the Selendi Vision. So I think we just take the Pirate's Prize and try to move forward without committing the commander into this mana. Ooh, that's really good. I could protect it in the near future with Geistwave, though, if I just play the prize here. So draw 2, make a treasure. Don't even have to discard. Azusa and Druid class. So if they have an all lands hand, they get to play so many lands. Oh my gosh, the lands. Look at them playing their lands. Oh, they've got so many. Okay. It's just my casual. You know, I'm just enjoying it from this side. Opponent, don't be mad. Let's play out Stormkiln Artist. Because I think they have Wash Away based on the play pattern, and we're not going to risk casting our commander into a Wash Away unless we absolutely have to. But I think I can storm off without my commander, as we've shown in some other... in a previous game.
You would make an excellent informant for my study. Let me aid your research.
Another popular Storm commander if in this strategy is Brawl, which is a Planeswalker. But I like to build around the creatures when I can. You know, I've talked a little bit about that in the past. I usually find the creatures to be better commanders a good amount of the time as opposed to Planeswalkers. The opponent named Oracle of Moldiah after much tanking and surprise didn't hit. That's probably a fine name though. And I also think that Vadrik just being a mana cheaper really puts several decks and opponents to the test. And there's enough redundancy that we don't even need the Brawl in the deck. We have plenty of spells that can copy spells. We don't have a lot of ways to produce the mana we need to go off, which is what Vadrik is amazing at. All right. Do we test and see if our opponent has the wash away? Is now the time? Or do we just duplicate this unexpected windfall and cast a bunch of spells that way? Obviously, with cost reduction, that would be really nice. I think I'll try attacking the Tamiyo. And then the idea is that we duplicate an unexpected windfall. Does the opponent block? They don't. Okay. Guess I'll drop the Geist Wave. Make this treasure. That's up to 4. Expansion. That'll go even higher. What you got, opponent? Interaction. Oh my goodness, that's fun. 8 treasures, huh? And we take the Tamiyo off the board. We have a really good setup, including Magma Opus. I think we just be patient and pass the turn. I think we can protect this setup very well. And whatever they're going to do is probably going to require a good amount of mana. They're going for their commander. I guess we'll try to counter. I mean, they could do a lot with the Azusa here. All right. They still might have a wash away, but now we have a negate, and the opponent is running away. I think they know that our next turn is gonna take a while. All right, we go first. And the mana's good. We're up against Jodah the Unifier, which is usually not the fastest deck. Should give us enough time to get ready to pop off here. Pirates Pillage, Expansion Explosion, solve the equation. The big question will be, can they deal with our commander here? Which I think in this spot we just run it out there. They play Gwenna, which is really good with Jodah because it untaps and lets them, in a way, storm off. But they didn't deal with our commander. Let's go. All right, we also have a Brawl. We have a solve the equation that could get a 3 mana play. If we get... We could go for the win. Because we could go fetch the 2 mana. What is it? It would be 3 mana Alchemist Gambit. But I think we just get a counter here, to be honest. Oh wait, we can do so much more than that. We can do so much better. Hold on. Let's get... So Alchemist Gambit, the card I was talking about before, but we're gonna get Sudden Breakthrough. And target our own Vadrik. We're going to... Oh, I'm a mana short on Boon? Oh, that sucks. I thought I would have the mana to cast the Boon. Boom, boom. Nope. So what do we need? We need a Mastery. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. Because this will only cost 1 mana. Well, actually 0 mana because of the Mizzix. Beautiful. So beautiful. Keep it going. I don't want to give up. I am very stubborn. Eh, what the heck? Give him the business. Show him who's boss. Now we have to pass and let Jodah do Jodah things. I probably could have taken lines that were more patient or more safe. But I tried to see how far we could push it. And I found the limits. It was a lot closer than I was hoping. Mural? Mural gets what? The bridge? Cheater. Alright. Now what? We have repeated reverberation. We have discover the formula. We have gold span dragon. Man, it sucks to have repeated reverberation and nothing amazing to do with it. Let's discover a formula, shall we? That is a march, but I can't cast it. Oh, okay. This was very, very embarrassing, and I think we're about to lose. Everything I did here, I did wrong. Don't try to be like me ever. I was supposed to definitely have blue mana there. Wouldn't have mattered though, right? Because of Mural? Okay, it's fine. I mean, should have just played different. That's all there is to it. So are we dead? This is 18. Not dead. But I need to draw like time walks and such. This current hand won't do. At all. Burn down the house. I never ever thought this would be me. Got him. Let's see if they hit a hasty. They hit Toski. Cool. Hashtag not dead. Jodah's back though. But next turn we have the march. Still looking for extra turns or more card draw. We just haven't gotten there. See what they hit. They hit Elish Norn. I think it's better to use the treasure. Still need a huge top deck. Like, basically we flooded out, but if I had never used the mastery the way I did and we could flash back the mastery, we'd have been fine in the game. At least we're making it entertaining. Sure. The Immortal Sun seems good. Good thing I don't really worry about Planeswalkers. March of Reckless Joy? Reckless indeed. How deep can we go, though? We have to go pretty deep. You cast your next instant or sorcery, copy it. We only get 2 cards out of whatever, so... Let's see, this is 1... So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go 5, 6. Let's try that. I'm not going to copy it because I'm going to hope to hit a turn spell and copy something I hit. Okay. 2 cards, huh? And we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is 6. So we can, if we play Teach by Example, can we still cast Outburst? No, but I can Twinferno it. Double Outburst is 10. I think this is what we want right here. And then, so that's one spell. Creative Outburst is the other. Double Strike. 10, and then we have to hit, I guess. Does it kill? There's a freaking Spike Field Hazard. The opponent's at 11, taking 10. Is this lethal? Is this the coolest lethal I've had in a minute? I think it is. Never didn't have it. Wow. Spike Field Hazard, MVP. On the play against Nicole, Bolas the Ravager. We have a memory lapse, and we have a bunch of cards that the opponent will probably take with things like Thoughtseize. I would say this hand is probably bad, but our matchup is pretty bad anyway. I'm going to take my free mulligan. We still get the memory lapse, which was the best thing about it. We get an almost identical mana base and a few other utility cards. We'll keep. Or no, let's go red. I mean, it kills Bolas, so I guess we'll take it. No discard effect yet. Let's see if they kill our commander. They don't have a counterspell at this point. That's nice. So Sudden Edict has split second, so nothing we can do about it. Valky gonna whiff, but they want to see our hand. That's kind of a big oops on their part. This enthusiasm is pretty brutal. It hits Valky for 4, so Vadrik will have +3/+0 when we cast him later. They know Bolas runs into laps here. Maybe they're okay with that. If we draw the land, we get to play a pretty sizable Vadrik, but we don't have protection for it. And they sent Bolas back to command. Huh. Might just hit land with this. We'll see. Or not, but I'll take this. It's a great card to copy someday, if we ever have the mana. Goodbye, graveyard. So going for commander here probably doesn't work out. Burning down Bolas. Is that ain't good? Maybe we're just supposed to play Devils and attack, but that doesn't really do us much good. I'll just pass. It's another sack land. I get running the Grixis one. I wouldn't run the others, but maybe it's a budget thing. Grim Tutor. I'll take one. The opponent doesn't have a counterspell here. There was no stick at all. So what do we get? Goldspan? We're not in a position to protect Goldspan. We have something we'd love to copy, so we could get Galvanic Iteration. The issue with that is if we don't draw the land, we don't have the mana. And the opponent is about to try to resolve Bolas on us. So with that in mind, maybe I just need the right tools for a longer draw go game, especially since our opponent doesn't have a counterspell. So it looks silly, but I think I just take this counterspell. I'm still going to let them Grim Tutor. I'm not sure what they'll take. They might take a Thoughtseize, which would be funny, because then we just have to counter it. And then net nothing happened. Okay, not a Thoughtseize. If we play you here, We still can't cast anything because of the double requirements. So I guess we're passing. And the opponent's passing. If I go for the unexpected windfall and it gets countered, I could draw land and promise it back. Still pretty bad. So I think what they have is discover the formula. But if we're in a standoff, I'm the one who has the counter spell, so I can be patient. Rosmari command's nice. Yep. Dragon God? Nasty.
Once again.
I think we just get rid of the amber. Trying to decide if I'm burning this house down. Maybe making the devils now is the better play. Oh, there's stick now. They found something to interact. Vision. I think they're going to counter this burn down the house. If they do, I don't think... I mean, maybe I just can't win if they do that. They know about it, so... Yeah, okay. Well, nice series of draws for you. Probably game. They did have a counterspell 2 turns ago, but they found it. Maybe even off their Bolas Plus, which would be so heartbreaking. And now they're dropping another Planeswalker, digging deeper into the deck.
17 or something.
So what do we need? If we play this, our spells cost 4 less to cast. This for 5. I guess we have to try. Ooh, no counterspell. We're still here. And we might be able to repeat a Reverberation Windfall next turn. Oh, come on. Okay, now we just have to top deck the right card for repeated Reverberation. Easy. If they can draw this well, so can we. Oh wait, they can just Bolas this card away, can't they? No, but they're gonna Chandra instead. Okay, whiff. Unless they want to blow up the treasure. Draw. Copy, copy, copy. Gotta do it. I'm sure it's dead. I'm sure we die. We like our perpetual effects, thank you.
Today's my lucky day.
At least we have something very discardable for Bolas, so just come on, just draw a good spell. It's very sad. Very sad, guys. We had the right reads. We had good setups. We stalled out on mana when we needed to draw lands, and then we drew too many lands when we needed to draw anything else.
That hurt.
Why be a beast when I can be a god? Isn't death? The whole of the multiverse will bend to my will.
I mean, I assume you're going to plus. Yeah, you get to draw 2 cards because you have a different Bolas on the field. Okay. Well. I mean, this is not the best place to do this from. This is not what I would call a position of power. Oh my god. We're doing it. Better late than never on the perfect draws, am I right? Okay, 2 turns after this one. Gotta make everything count. One turn after this one. It takes all my mana? So shore up, no good. Gosh, that sucks. If they have a spot removal spell, and I think they do, then it's a disaster. So what's the right play? Well, if we're not going to shore up protect, we got to win on the stack. Slip out the back, Hall of Oracles. But remember, this is our last turn, our last chance. Oh wait, there's one after this, I mean. Next turn is our last turn, our last chance. So we gotta get all the pieces needed to completely storm off. Mizik's Mastery in particular would be the card we would need to do this, and that's not it. Is it all too late? I'm sure I'm dead if I give them one more turn. I'm sure of that. Mastery? It's not there, but Leer. With 8 mana? I can't time warp. So I'm 1 short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm 1 short. What can I do? Leer with shore up. Leer with slip out the back. Maybe they can't quite kill me. Of course, I can't cast spells on their turn, but they can do a whole bunch of plussy nonsense. I have to damage the Chandra. I can't cast spells from my graveyard on their turn. I can still slip out the back. Okay. Okay. How do I hurt the Chandra? I have Creative Outburst. Does that do the job? Not really. Yeah, I think it's my only choice. It really sucks that we didn't quite get there, doesn't it? 1 mana off. Okay, 2 mana off after all that. I guess we'll see what they cast. They might cast something into the expansion explosion. Huh, wow. Okay. Let's go with... What a choice. That is a choice you can make. Okay, they opt. Copy E to extinction. Get rid of the Chandra.
This is a waste of my time.
Offer you can't refuse. Don't have any way to get to it. Throw it in the bin here. If I could cast something for 0, like this would have been the mana I needed. All right. Now we have to... We can shore up, but then they kill the Leer. We have to slip out the back. So we have it next turn. And see if we can find a next turn. Because if we find a next turn, we'll be good. Mm-hmm.
My intellect is without limit. My knowledge.
So many cards. Nightmare. Gear Hulk is a whiff. Would you like to blow up your own? No? We go to 3. I mean, they're scrambling. They're clearly scrambling. Lightning Bolt. Bank Buster. Oh my god. We got it. Oh, there's our extra turn too. It was another, like, one of those where it was just a card or two away. Reverb. Warp. We do it again. Two, 3 mana left. I guess we can Supreme Will. So does the opponent stick around to see it all play out? Let's find out. This should probably find the way. I've seen better. But it's probably good enough. So dual strike copies a spell mana value 4 or less. And we still have another turn after this one. Dual strike. Dual strike. Pillage. Mastery. Underworld Breach should be good enough. Twinferno. Twinferno. Gambit. Opponent's not done with me yet. Very nice of them. A little risky here on the Thran portal. A little loose. Alright. Discard 2 cards. $41 cards to go. We draw what? Seize? Pull from tomorrow. I think this is a good time to actually let our commander play Magic. after getting bullied by Bolas for so long. Keep it going, baby. Keep it going. There's a storm killing artist. Wonderful. 2 life. No big deal. Think we're pretty close to entering the infinite. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine here. Gold span. Awesome. Begin the mana float. I think this might be the last turn we actually need. The opponent, I think, wants to see how it ends. 31 cards in deck. March of Reckless Joy, Finale of Revelation, Shimmer, Finale of Promise, Shore Up. All right. I mean, I'm just going to attack them. It's a turns deck anyway, but I guess we'll see if we can finish it this turn. Nope, not slip. Where'd it go? Okay. There's example. There's example. I thought this game was over. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure you guys also felt he's never coming back from this position, but repeated reverberation just needs one card off the top to do it. And we saw that happen. Bolt you for 5. And another 5. Why not the hazard? Who knows? You never know when you might be a point short. Dragon, take it home. Really? The last second action, the thing that forced you to do all that clicking. And there it is. Whew. It's a special way to win a game of Magic right there. Special way to win a game.